Hello YouTube, welcome back to the final war video of season 34, I think it is. So this is war 12 and we've matched black. Now in this war, for both alliances, there isn't really much, trying to think of the best word. There isn't much, like, on the line, I guess is probably the best way to put it for our alliance right now. So we let somebody else do the planning for this war, but that doesn't have any correlation to what I've just said. And they gave me White Magneto, Doctor Doom, and Falcon. So the assignments was that in section 1, I was going to be doing Path 2. And then in section 2, I'd be doing Path 5. And then, dependent upon how I was feeling, there could be maybe a lot more later. But anyway, so we come into this first fight here. Coming into this war, I'm still deathless at the moment. It's been a long season where I've been on multiple holidays, luckily for me, and just been away. So there hasn't been very many fights. Assignments have sometimes left me with a few fights in wars as well, but especially when you come into these an alliance like GT40 in some of these wars, sometimes you know that you're only going to be getting a 2 or 3 fight war, and that's just the way it is, and it sort of happens. But anyway, strike counter, Dragon Man. I don't know what the Black's defense and the tactic behind placements. I don't ever like putting champs like Dragon Man or anything on these nodes myself, or Mangog or something like that, because they gain their own power, so they actually push themselves to power bars quite easily, and that then means that people have a lot more wiggle room when it comes to the strike counter, and then that would mean that you don't trigger so many Furies. So you can see there was that one time where I let them get in a couple of Furies, but I can't really say that I'm fussed. You can see that my health is perfectly fine. I'm throwing continuous special ones. And yeah, Dragon Man's just constantly gaining a bar of power each time. I only have to watch out for, I think I only set Mystic Dispersion off once. I think in this fight, I did it, it was a little while ago. But about a minute and a half and Dragon Man's down. So we get that full attack bonus there, and then we move on into this Tarax. And the assignment was Doom. Him or Falcon probably could do this quite easily. Falcon might even do it a little bit better. But Doom's safer. He gets the armor break immunity, so you don't ever need to worry about that from Tarax. But the main thing you have to remember here is that you want his rock field to expire, and that way he can actually get back to a bar of power, and you can deal with it that way. And I could have used an advanced power 1, but decided not to, and because this is power focus 1 now, I can just literally just keep smacking into him. If he wants to throw a special, then so be it. If he doesn't, then again, it's just what it is. I just have to remember about him being ultra aggressive once he has his rock field active, and we just kind of stay away from him and let the fight go how it is. So I'll shut up and let this fight continue out, but I'll catch everyone as soon as this fight's finished. So here you go, the fight's just finishing now. A little bit longer than Dragon Man, but that's fine. And I just need to place a white magneto pre-fight onto this man thing, so that the person who is going to do this and many other fights in this war can have a clean, solid run through of their boosts. I have a lot of boosts here. This part I have no idea what happened, so I thought I'd clicked on boost, but apparently I clicked on something else. So I have a lot of boosts in overflow, or that I'm just not bothered about right now. And so I just decided to use them. I used like 3 invulnerability boosts or something just for 4 fights. This black cat here I was a little bit concerned about. I haven't really faced her enough to know enough about her, I'll be honest, and this is not what you should do. I didn't duel her or anything. I was just like, I'm going to go into this, I'll catch a quick intercept or something right away at the start, and then we'll just keep rocking and rolling with the fight. So here, I couldn't ever remember how many hits the thing was, and I saw as soon as she started dashing back, I thought, right, okay, this must be where her special one ends. I remember for some strange reason she has a purify ability, so I wasn't taking that risk with the parry, but then decided to like mess it up a couple of seconds later and take a hit of the heavy attack and lose my indestructible boost. And now she's throwing the special 1, she's got me in the corner, special 2 even, sorry. So we're going to go here and try and get another intercept in a second. But I just need to be able to give myself enough room, so if she throws a special, she doesn't pin me in a corner and I don't get smacked by that little light kick that I've already been hit by once this fight. So we can get the lock on again here. Protection's still active, so my damage is doing hardly anything. And then we get the intercept there, turns off the node, and that's it. Black cat's down. So that's that fight done, and now my fight that I was assigned here was this Mojo. So Defiance kicks in for this fight, and as long as I land an intercept and I play pretty safe and steady, I shouldn't really ever have any issues with this fight. You're going to see here that I put on an attack boost. I believe I put on a skill boost too. Yep. So here I'm going to be using these skill boosts, and Falcon with Defiance, I'm not going to go as far as saying anything ridiculous, but he's pretty strong in terms of the champs that you can use in war attack right like nowadays, just because of the Defiance tag. For me personally, I think that between the pool of Defiance attackers and what it does in itself, really overpowers the defender tactic a lot more than what we've ever seen in previous war seasons. So it's been different, especially for me myself, because I do a lot of the placements and strategy for the defense that we place. So it's been a nightmare trying to be able to plan defenses all season against people, knowing there's so many different counters that 1 is just normal champs, and then 2, you then have the Defiance champs on top of it. But hey, look, it is what it is. They brought it out, and you see here that I think we're about a minute in. That stupid light in the background. So yeah, we're a minute in, and Mojo's basically in assassin's range already. I threw that hoping that that would kill them, but it didn't, and there we go. My final assigned fight of the season goes there, so you're going to see in a second that I type a message saying that that better have been my final fight of the season, to mean that for the very first time I've actually managed to get a deathless season. I think it ended up being like 56 fights or something all in all, which isn't crazy. Again, I've been holidaying away from the game for a couple of different wars and time, Just doing the odd little fight here and there to help out where I could, but I couldn't ever commit to too much. And then I wake up the next morning and I see that this King Groot still stood here on the Safeguard Vigorous Assault mini boss, and I'm like, you know what? I have a rank 4 Doctor Doom. Like, I'm just gonna steal it. I'm just gonna steal this fight, and then we'll be done. So get rid of the first Fury, and it goes with regen now, so it's now unblockable. And apart from that, I think I'd go straight away here for the Doom cycle, just because of the way that the power gain all kind of works out. So there you go, I couldn't get them into the Doom cycle again. I know it's Safeguard, but my plan is, especially at first, I just want to see how hard a Special 2 with a Fury will hit for the Incinerates. So I'm going to do the cycle here, push them around. The stagger's there, so that'll steal the Furies as soon as the Furies try and kick in, as you can see. And the Infuriate does some really, really good damage. Obviously that's going to be helped by the fact that I have that Fury. But the Incinerate there just absolutely nuke this guy down to a good amount of health. Again, the Furies and everything else is going to be staggered there. And then I'm just going to throw another Special 2. And that's the way this fight is now going to be. This fight is going to be just a Special 2 fest with Doctor Doom. Kingpin's going to keep throwing the Special 1s. They're all going to get staggered when the Fury swaps. And then back to another Special 2. So you see, it's rinse and repeat. This is just basically a time draining fight. That's the only reason why people will put them here. Because it's going to be very, very difficult to be able to kill a rank 4 Doctor Doom with a King Groot. And you're going to see here, that Special 2 with Safeguard just takes the fight over. So that is now actually my final fight of the war. Now I stole that, so apologies to my teammate Alex. But you're welcome. We ended up drawing with the Power Group in deaths. And then we ended up winning the war by 1 death in the end. So congratulations to Black on another really good season. Congratulations to everybody for making it to the end of season. Really hope it's gone well. Very recently I've had quite a lot of people reaching out to me for advice for war fights and stuff like that. Again, please always feel free to do that. I'm going to be doing a few live streams and stuff, so if people want to jump into them, you are more than welcome. And apart from that, I will see everybody in the next video or so for the rewards. Thank you very much for watching.